Themlootlads.
I'm surprised that gym came as easy as it did.
I walked in there not even thinking that it was a gym until I battled the first trainer. I was like, oh god, that's right.
Oh, right, we're in a fucking building that's
Yeah,
themed.
Weird. Oh god, how'd that happen? Hello, welcome back to Loot Lads, by the way.
That's a legendary.
That is a legendary. Hey, it's a Raikou.
That's level 40. That's the actual... It didn't randomize it. That's the actual encounter. I suggest we fucking run right now. Forgo.
Yeah.
Raikou just... Okay, alright. Pause. Do we count that as a first encounter, or do we count that as an idiot Pokemon getting in front of us? Because it's technically the random encounter, because there's no way that route is level 40.
We walked to the grass. It was the first Pokemon we encountered.
Alright, so welcome to the Cuck arc of the Pokemon Nuzlocke, where the only thing we're going to find is that fucking Raikou cucking us of the catch. We could have caught instead.
Oh, we were just talking about how much we like the bats.
Yeah, now we have to kill it.
I'm actually a little sad right now.
I gave you the out.
Well, we gotta follow the rules, and the rules seem to imply that would be that would imply following Nuzlocke rules. That would be the first catch of that route, right?
Just saying, people break the Nuzlocke rules all the time.
Yeah, but we ain't fucking filthy liars.
Are you sure?
Mostly.
Okay.
What have I lied about recently, aside from being your friend?
I mean, that was my number one example, and I feel like that speaks for itself.
Cutting that one out real fast. Number 2 lie. What about?
About being my friend.
No, that was number 1.
It's also number 2. That's that important to me.
Wow.
It's also live XP.
Right?
All right. What's the item over here? No,
It's a man.
It's a man.
That's a lady.
Oh no!
It's whoever.
It's 2022. That person could be whatever person they want to be.
Ball toy. That could have been anything.
It could even be a boat toy.
Gross.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm gonna cut it. It's not gonna do anything, but I'm gonna cut it just because it's there. Actually did more than I expected, though.
Where are we on commentary right now?
Dude, fucking don't at me.
This whole series is specifically adding each other because we're right next to each other talking.
We have secret, 2 Twitter accounts that just add each other.
That's how we get engagement.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't farm views. It definitely shows we don't farm views.
Yeah, we have very low subscribers. Please, for the love of God.
Quick, show our subscribers. Yeah, there's none there. We got a Ludicolo. He's a baller Pokemon. Speaking of baller Pokemon.
Baller Pokemon. Pokemon who ball. Except he's kind of ball-like, honestly.
Hey, yeah, he's got a hat. He's got stump for leg.
Ooh, the thick one.
I mean, that's Ludicolo in a nutshell.
My stat distribution's wild.
Yeah, he just has good stats, Devin. Why are you being like this all?
Because you got upset with my Wobbuffet earlier.
Yeah, and you got upset at my Dunsparce. What's the difference?
Dunsparce is stupid. Wobbuffet's cool.
Yeah, you're wrong, and I don't even need to think I need to tell you why. Oh my fucking god, Devin. All right, you're witnessing a breakup. Like, comment, subscribe if you want us to fucking end our
for us
friendship.
to stay together.
Wait, are we just having a vote?
Yeah.
Okay. Press 1 in chat if you want the Loot Lads to be friends. Press 2 in chat if you want the Loot Lads to be mortal enemies. Press 3 in chat if you want them to kiss.
Press 4 if you want some weird anime arc that even we won't understand until we're 18 episodes in.
Press 5 if you want to do... type 5 in chat if you want to do option 4, except we actually had no plan to begin with, and the ending's really bad.
Type 6 if you want number 1.
Oh, hold on. Can we talk about... Speaking of things that ended really weirdly, you know how no one's talking about My Hero Academia anymore?
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
So it did end.
The manga ended?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mangaka guy just wanted it to end. I'm fairly certain the narrative and the pacing was really, really good, and I have a feeling either the publisher, or like the publisher either wanted more shonen-esque stuff from My Hero, or they were just tired, which is honestly fair. So you know how a lot of things had build-up and symbolism, and like it's a story about passing the torch. So like One for All and All for One were passing the torch down to their like relative. They apparently just forgot about that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Deku now uses his arms. Which, if you've been paying attention,
by the way, spoiler fucking territory.
Spoiler. You probably wouldn't care if you don't actually know what we're talking about. Actually, okay, I can do this in the least spoiler way possible. Let me just formulate. We're loading. Hold on. So, you know how the whole thing about the fact that One for All is in jail and All for One is in retirement, and then
All Might.
Yeah, but he was essentially the quirks is what matters here, and they were planning to pass them down to their like respective little like Deku and I can't remember his name, but like Dry Lips Boy, unkissable man. So
I completely forgot this is a Pokemon, by the way.
Yes, actually, I was quite surprised with what was happening on my screen. Get that moth out of here! It's just fucking.
The fuck is a moth?
Go up and I brush the fucking moth out. It's like, Devin, it's a real poke. Devin, Devin, it's not a bug. I mean, it is a bug, but
it's an evolution of Wormadam.
It is.
It evolves from a male Burmy. Oh, okay. Burmy switches to either Wormadam or Mothim.
Okay, all right.
No wonder I don't remember it.
I don't remember Wormadam. I don't even give a damn.
Wormadam was one of our starters almost. Fuck you, I don't want your number.
Anyway, My Hero. So they abandoned their themes because, semi-spoiler, which kind of just goes for, goes to why it kind of got a little bit crungo. All for One just abandoned the pass the torch thing, and then just started doing shit again. And then Dry Lips Boy just kind of got forgotten, which was a little bit crungo, considering that he had a lot of screen time.
That's a whole fucking, like, multiple arcs.
Yeah, that's multiple arcs worth of stuff that they just kind of abandoned. And then, you know how, you're watching a shonen when the bad guy is involved with every single little plan somehow?
I just want to point out, I forgot this existed the entire time. Anyway.
You know how you're watching a shonen or like a bad shonen when the villain is just off the cuff responsible for everything that happened in like the series because it's a part of their master plan, i.e. the jailer from World of Warcraft. Yeah. If you don't know, the jailer is essentially a villain written to be a by the way, remember when Illidan did the thing while I was playing that was me type of deal. Like,
the entire series has been planned by Jailer since day one, apparently.
Which is preposterous considering that lore has been going on for years without even mentioning the Jailer or hinting at it once.
Yeah.
Actually, they hinted at him, but he was more so like a footnote in a galaxy of elder gods and titans. That's how ridiculous it is. Yeah, All for One, or One for All did that.
Great.
Yeah. So it's a little crungo there. And you know how JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has wild powers that you need to, like, think outside the box, but a lot of the time the villains and the protagonists just pull shit out of their ass?
Oh,
they did
no.
That. They essentially made...
Okay.
Why do you use rollout?
Because it's a rock on a flying type.
Devin, I want to point out that Dumbsparce has literally negative attack points.
Super effective 2 times.
We're not playing safe in a thing that's not safe.
2 times.
Yeah, of course he wants to learn Spite. Continuing around. So you know how, like, this is a spoiler for JoJo's, and I don't think anyone cares. So to the point where the writer creates a problem in which the guy can stop time.
Okay.
But the allies need to win. So now the allies can stop time.
Fuck, God damn it.
That kind of happens.
I'm not okay with that.
So they create a problem, and then they have to write an even more ridiculous solution, and that's kind of what happened not Full Metal, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm thinking about acronyms and I'm getting them confused. But My Hero Academia. And you know how Class 1A was like kind of a focal point where they just kind of rotated like problems of the week featuring this character, or like the whole Culture Festival arc where like Audio Jack Girl was kind of like the focus.
Yeah.
And like there was a lot of promise because they thought they were going to give a lot of the, a lot of screen time to a lot of the background characters. That's kind of what made My Hero special. So out of nowhere, after an entire arc of them not appearing because it's focused strictly on Deku v One for All, fucking Culture Festival Girl just pops up and goes, "I'm gonna fight you now." And it's the culmination of, so if you were to pick anyone from Class 1A to fight All for One in any point, the big bad, who would it be? Who do you think earns that right to go punch All for One in any sort of fashion? Even
Invisible Girl.
Kinda, actually.
He won't see it coming.
Literally.
He'd be like, hey, ow.
And you know what? That would have been clever. Imagine if Invisible Girl popped up and got the jump on All for One, which allowed Deku to like land a blow or something.
Something like that,
That would have
right?
been cool. Nope.
To show use of all the people in the class, right? Like,
Yeah, you could have had a bit like a Midoriya just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw up." No, not Midoriya. Midoriya's fucking Deku.
Yeah.
What's Ball Guy called?
Ball.
It's
oh
an
my
M.
God.
It's an M. That's why it's in
Minoru.
But okay, it's been a while since I've actually watched the fucking thing. So.
I only remember that because it's the same name as Minoru Suzuki, which is Murder Grandpa from Japan.
A lot of people are cringing at my analysis on this, but dude, believe you me, I've seen a synopsis of the final arc. It's a little bit crungo. A lot of people are mad about it.
I'm mad about it.
But yeah, no. Culture Festival Girl, person who has scouting powers, goes up and decks them. And that gives them like part of an upper edge, and that's supposed to be the representative of the background characters of Class 1A. Is the girl who runs the Culture Festival with no offensive powers goes up and punches a guy.
Great.
A guy who has all of the powers.
Great.
Which is fine. It's absolutely fine if there was foreshadowing, if there was like anything about this particular character that they didn't already do with her. Like, if she was like, I want to be, like, a physical attacker person, and, like, they have an arc to pay off that she just went up and decked them in the face, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Nope.
Some sort of actual, reason for this person to be doing what they're doing.
As far as I know, popped out of nowhere, punched a guy.
Fantastic.
It could have been Ida, who wants to be, like a superstar, superhero, like his brother.
Yeah.
Nah, just Culture Festival Girl wanted to punch a guy.
Great.
You punch a man.
Awesome.
And as we've said, literally not see it coming. Invisible Girl could have just had the upper hand on him because she's invisible. Like, you can't see that coming.
That's kind of frustrating. It's like, I do like the I do like the show. I've not read it, but I do like the show of it. It does good.
See, I liked it, but it fell off on me.
Yeah. It's got some good animation moments. It's got some good I like the fact that it has a bunch of characters that you can everybody's really unique. They got their fun stuff to them.
It's very evident that the guy who wrote it wanted it to become like a big epic but ran out of steam, or just had to close it off because he was ending it, or like something happened. I don't really particularly care about the finer details of it. Just the guy wanted it to end. That's completely his decision. It's just kind of unfortunate the way it did.
There's so much more you can explore with that, which is a shame.
Well, they wanted to go, overall, it was going to the direction of, I want to figure out what's going on in a superhero society in which it was all hunky-dory except their god died.
Hunky Midoriya.
Yeah. Thanks. Because, the All Might thing where he retired was a big deal.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't deal with it. And that was the whole crux of the series, was they can't deal with Jesus not becoming Jesus anymore type of deal.
And it became a really interesting thing after the fact because you followed Endeavor for a couple episodes.
Yeah.
And he's an asshole and everybody fucking hates him. But then even he got redeemed kind of after a couple episodes of him being I've got huge shoes to fill. I'm a fuck up of a father and family member.
Well, I really, really enjoyed him in Hawk. I can't remember his name. Like
Yeah.
Wing guy. I really like that because Hawk essentially was just a manipulative asshole, but he pushed Endeavor to actually do a thing. And the fight between Dever and the fucking Nomu was amazing.
It was a good fight.
Like, it was orchestrated really well, it was animated really pretty, and I assume in the manga it was also fantastic.
It meant a lot.
And then they just threw that all away for, by the way, the big bad is being a big bad, and there's no reason.
Like, you could have...
And also, they kept writing abilities that they needed to unwrite.
I think if they didn't do really too much emphasis on the big bad, Shody exists, shows he's a threat. Okay, it's bike shop.
Yeah, it's the bike shop. I've been selling a lot of bikes lately. It's because you've been riding around on that bike advertising for me.
Yeah, I totally didn't forget it for the last 3 episodes.
It must have been. I was wondering how the best to thank you. I thought it'd just give you the bicycle you're riding around on. That's yours. Thank you very much. You're already halfway across the country.
Hello?
Who's the... what?
Bike guy. I don't even have a bike.
Oh, the bike that I stole advertising.
Yeah. He like scribbled out the phone number and everything. But yeah, if they kept all for one for all, that's the big culmination of it. They could have kept that away from each other for a long time.
Well,
he was in prison. You didn't have to worry about it. You didn't have to put any focus on it, and you could have just like.
Well, the way they were going with it is that I'm never gonna remember his name, so excuse me. But Chap Lipped Boy, that guy was like he had a point. Like, he was raised in a society that rejected him. Society, yeah. That rejected him, and they had the opportunity, and also the mentor who decided, I want to change all of that. And so did Midoriya. Because Midoriya didn't have a power, he was rejected, and then he finally got, like, this ultimate power. I don't know why the game's designed where he just blocks you, but here we are. Dickhead. And then they were just like, oh, by the way, one half of this dynamic is just going to be gone now. And that's awful. Like, they could have had him being Deku and Chat Litman just play around for another, like, 3 or 4 arcs. And then finally the big confrontation happens where he's ready for All for One. But, nay. Not only did he get it, but he got it in the worst possible way. Seed Bomb's no fucking joke. Alright, well, stop complaining about anime, dude. Come on.
Yeah, personally, I think that My Hero could...
Boom! When the Green Goblin comes up and has a spicy opinion, I think we should just leave.
It's an actual terrorist here, I think, guys. Let's fucking... no, like, if they kept him away for, like, you never had to really bring him out of the prison until, like, Midoriya was an adult.
I would have been fine if All Might and One for All was just written out of their show. And that was the plan, I'm pretty sure, was eventually All Might just could not be a mentor to Midoriya and he needed to do decisions by himself. And All for One couldn't do anything in prison, so the only thing he could do was initiate the inheritance for One for All into Chapliftman. But instead he became the jailer.
Yeah. No, the best case scenario, I think, would have been to have Midoriya have to step up and use all of his might in order to fight him after he has his own, like, little hero institute and he has kids underneath him that look up to him.
I mean, hindsight's always like 20/20 on that one, but
looking back, it's still a bit fuzzy.
All right. Like, we can say all of these things for an existing IP that has ended and has ended in a really, like, not so spicy way. But yeah, it's just disappointing because that series had so much promise.
Yep.
I thought you were just gonna commit for some reason. That you were just gonna keep going down. Is that the Looker? Oh, it's Baoba.
Sorry.
Oh, what you're holding is what they call a Pokedex.
How are you?
I
don't have this in my hand. What are you talking about?
Bulb.
I'm sorry?
I used to run the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City. I was becoming out of date with the new entertainment options coming out. I decided overseas to learn newest technology and open a state-of-the-art Safari Zone. I didn't actually learn anything. I opened up the same thing.
Don't know why I went overseas. There's one right to the east of me.
It may be more than a coincidence that we were chatting. Why don't you register each other's numbers in the PokeQueue? I stopped you to chat with you. And therefore, I want to give you my number. Do you want to register?
Yeah, fuck it.
So, in my opinion, Full Metal Alchemist is the best anime ever because it has a complete arc. Bye, and it's like
Brotherhood's better. It's like he's already gone.
But yeah, rather silly. Any other anime talk you want to get out?
I found Snatch.
Gross.
No, I don't have too many spicy anime opinions.
Well, it's to be fair, there's not a lot of animes currently ending that we either have kept up with or were so high profile. Oh yeah, this is the Mookai
I walked
farm.
into the wrong
Yeah,
house.
just leave.
They're just walking on their hind legs, ready for milking. Like, nah, that's not okay. What's up?
Oh, my milk tank ain't giving me milk no more. This farm's gonna got famous milk, if you know what I mean. Almost
Don't-
everyone wants to drink it.
Don't like it.
Gives you most of the, if it feed it lots of berries, I reckon. Could you feed it berries, please?
Our milk even goes out to Kanto. So if our own milk tank will give us any milk, we're in trouble. All right, fucking do
We're a
something.
failing business. We know what the problem is. We just don't want to order any. We're world famous, but no one's supporting us, and we don't want to buy it. We're gonna retire and salt this earth.
So anyway, Bleach, the Bounto arc was some incredible stuff, wasn't it?
The world build-up's a little weak, but I think the action scenes really spoke for themselves. Where are you going?
I'm going back to heal.
Man.
Yeah, things got thrashed a little bit.
I didn't notice. We might have screamed a little bit.
A little bit of screaming happened. Also, I'm sorry I even said the Bounto arc. Jesus Christ.
I haven't watched Bleach. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, do you know the premise of Bleach?
Swords and the people who wield them are also strong.
Yes.
There's also like demons and shit. Or ghosts?
Ghosts.
Demon ghosts.
Yeah, Death God. He becomes a Death God, has to do Death God-y things. Goes to the Death God place. Captain Guy, bad guy. Fight Captain Guy, blah, 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 whatever. Not important. What is important is the Bounto arc. And instead of, pursuing the undead or the Shinigami nonsense or, the stuff in another plane of existence featuring, the thing that the main character is and him coming to terms with, his newfound powers of shit, we go back to Earth where there's a bunch of vampires who, instead of sucking blood, do, I gotta use that thing, don't I, to get there. They use mosquitoes.
Okay, alright.
That suck the life force out of people, and then they suck the stuff out of the mosquitoes. And it was just a filler arc. It's not in the manga at all. But it is one of the worst, most boring fucking filler arcs I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've watched a lot of Naruto.
I mean, how many people talk about the garlic arc in Dragon Ball Z? Yeah.
You got a point there.
Pretty sure that guy had one movie, and also they wrecked Kami's house a little bit
until he got sucked into his own portal.
Yeah, he did it twice. It happened twice.
Haha, I'm back from the zone. Ah, fuck.
I like how that arc ended with him, no one learning any lesson.
Nope.
And then Frieza arrived. Yeah.
Yeah, that was before Frieza, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was in between that. Again, there's a lot of hindsight that you could have done with it. Like, you could have made the filler to something where, like, maybe Gohan foreshadowing Super Saiyan 2, spoilers, where, like, yeah, Gohan now needs to defend the Earth now that his dad's just in space.
Ooh.
Just hanging out in space.
Just hanging in space.
Which he knows instant transmission, but it's decided to take an escape pod. Yeah. Goku's never really been a thinking man, has he?
No, God, no. There's no brain inside between those ears.
lot of hair though. A lot of colors of hair.
Hello. I'll get back to all of us. How about Pokemon Bow?
You know what, John? Polite man.
Go see your family. They miss you.
He's Breeder Donna. Ugh.
Don't like that.
Wurmple.
Don't like that either.
I kind of like Wurmple. He's got a butt for a face.
And a face for a butt. Help me.
I'm always the wrong side around. Sweet face.
But yeah, anime fun sometimes when anime not bad.
I mean, time constraints. There's a whole lot of reason why those things exist. It's just, again, such a high-profile thing just got fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just making our fucking speedball wet.
Wet ball.
But now he is dead.
I am excited for a new season of Mob Psycho. That's probably one of my favorite animes right now. It's just a fun show.
I believe in that writer because he is fantastic.
I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just very surprised at the amount of thirst for Regan lately.
What do you mean?
Have you? I guess you're not really on Twitter.
No.
Yeah. I guess there's like a worldwide, not worldwide, but like it's a fist fight between Regan and Sans' hottest boy. Yes, Sans from Undertale.
The face I'm making right now.
It's very bizarre. I don't understand. I'm not
mean,
going to pretend I
first
understand.
and foremost, one of them's employed. He's his own boss, really. And he manages a powerful Esper, who is his role model.
And Regan, yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, it's obviously Regan, so.
I do love Regan. He's he. At the end of the last season, though, it seemed like he was starting to be able to like properly see ghost shit, though. So I'm very excited to see where that goes.
Oh, that's actually fantastic. I haven't actually seen season 2. Like I picked it up and then something else was happening at the time, so I just didn't watch it.
It started off pretty cool. The animation for Mob Psycho is just fantastic.
Well, that's kind of the point of Mob Psycho is I want to do it in my art style, i.e. his MS Paint. I'm just gonna draw some random characters type of deal. So like it's rather funky looking, but I also want a decent animation team to make it fantastic looking.
I'm gonna spend a lot of effort in making these guys look like absolute shit to give all my animation budget to these guys here and make the cool stuff look insane.
How to abuse your animation team 101. It's the same thing with like Nichijou. Nichijou was a semi like skit comedy type of deal where it's actually. Have you seen Lucky Star?
Yes.
It's kind of like Lucky Star, except a little bit more grounded.
Yeah, that's the one where she watches the principal fight a deer, right?
Yes.
Yes. Incredible bit. That one I have to watch every so often.
They do so much over-the-top shit. They did an arc about how one of the girls has, like, wood cubes to hold up her, her pigtails. And the arc is essentially that those were artifacts of power, and the whole entire arc is just the main girl sleeping in class.
Love it.
Dreaming about these fucking, like, cubes that she sits behind her, so of course she looks at them a lot. And it turns into, like, anime battle. It's a serious political thing, because these cubes are being fought for. Every time these cubes are brought up, they're like, oh fuck, these are a big deal. Like someone comes in and like they recognize those cubes as a huge deal. We need to protect them with our lives. Like our country depends on it. Oh, hey Frio.
Aww. Yeah, finish up real quick.
And then I think the conclusion of that is that the guy is having a smoke after this entire war has stopped. He's like, oh, finally, we can stop fighting over these. Like, what are these even for type of deal? He drops them out of the fucking plane that he's in, and it lands on the, it lands directly on the girl with the pigtails, and just replaces these cubes of power, and she wakes up and is like, oh, fuck, we need to protect these type of deal. And then she turns around and goes like, what's going on here?
You okay? Is that, I've not actually sat and watched Nichijou. Is that also the one where the girl goes to, like, press the pen, but it's the pointy side out?
Yeah.
And she just fucking erupts?
They erupt a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's my favorite one, though.
That's abusing the animation budget right there. Yeah.
So good.
You again? There's no need to be alert. I don't want to bother you with wimps like you. Speaking of weaklings, the city's gym leader isn't here, and is supposedly taking care of a sick Pokemon at the lighthouse. Boo-hoo! Just let sick Pokemon go. Pokemon that can't battle is worthless. Why don't you go train at the lighthouse? Who knows? It may make you a bit better of a trainer.
You have lost every single fight. Every fight. I just...
Fucking cube ass.
That guy's got a good career in politics lined up for him.
Good career in delusions.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I see.
Boom, got him. Boom,
man,
politics.
First anime, then politics. This channel's fucking whack.
Going down the tube.
Why aren't these guys like blowing up viral? You know.
Yeah, the only thing viral is like the infections that are gonna happen to me after my foot's better. I'm just like, I've been sick.
That's spicy.
I've been sick, and then I had like allergic reactions to stuff, and now my foot's broken. Like, I'm just what after's this is like I'm going to either get the big sneeze or I'm just like I'm gonna get some sort of weird like wasting disease that I have to live in the hospital for a couple weeks.
Now I know viruses and stuff they evolve quite quickly, but my current iteration of the big sneeze going around is literally just I'm a little tired.
Yeah,
And I know a lot of people react differently. I wish the best for you.
My mother actually has it right now.
Ah, is she tired or is she?
She is very tired. She's not feeling well at all.
The current strain just saps your fucking energy. It's kind of spooky.
But either way, I would rather not have it at all.
I mean, yeah, no,
'Cause who
like
knows
I
how
wish
the
for
fuck it's
good
gonna
health,
happen.
but like, yeah. Sometimes it just happens.
Slug my dick. You read that Pokemon name? I slug my dick.
Oh, that was the joke.
Yeah,
Okay,
I,
all
did,
right.
I did say that.
We did it. All right.
Anyway, I killed it. I'm really good at Pokemon.
I kind of
subscribe to the channel because I'm really good at Pokemon. just no emotion. Just you know what, old man? Here, I am a child girl. Have my number.
After that fantastic comedy routine we just did.
Next time on Loot Lads, though.
Hopefully better content.
What do you mean? You know what? No, actually, I get it. I understand.
Oh, Slugma. As in Slugma balls. I miss Segundies.